What's up guys, it's Bucket coming to you with another episode of What Does It Spin, and today we're going to be looking at the second Volume 27 booster pack that we're opening here in this channel. Last time we did open Dragoon V2 and he did break one of our launchers, so you know, a little sad, but that's not gonna stop us from opening the rest of this Volume 27. So let's open this and see what we can get. But before we continue, leave us a like if you've been enjoying this series and consider subscribing to not lose any future videos of What Does It Spin. So are you ready? Let's go. And here we are with Galaxy Pegasus. But of course, before we get into the Beyblade itself, let's look at the gears that came with it. This is an F gear recolored as white and yellow. Of course, the original F gear, which was gold and blue, came with Fafnir. Of course. And this is a component that you can put on the Dynamite Blade, Dangerous Blade, and the Divine Blade to make the Belials better. This will increase its impact points with this rubber part. This is a rubber part, but it is a harder rubber. So, you know, it won't be doing like too crazy of an attack like the rubber attackers. But, you know, it is still pretty good. It does add a decent weight and a decent attack to those three blades. Fantastic, fantastic. Not only that, but it also comes with a V gear, which originally came with Savior Valkyrie. Fantastic, but of course this is painted gold, which is fantastic. That said, because it is painted gold, I'm not too keen on using it because the paint can chip off, although I guess the paint on this would chip off as well. But you know, this fits on the Venture or the Adventure drivers, and this part will push the spring in, giving it more resistance to burst, but also, as you see, it is all metal and round. It will have less friction when it's tipping over, so it will help it with life after death, but also, you know, it will help with balance, and it will help it break and not be taken out of the arena too easily. So overall, it is a fantastic addition as well. So now getting into the main Beyblade, this is Galaxy Pegasus. Fantastic. It is recolored to be a cyan color, kind of, as you can see. We did already put the stickers, and it looks fantastic. This is so nostalgic. It brings us back to the Metal Saga days. Fantastic, fantastic. As you can see, it is a very round blade because back then they were all metal, and you know, they didn't want the attacks to be too aggressive. That said, this is plastic, just repainted, so the paint will chip off, just like Galaxy Pegasus back then was painted blue on metal. After a fight, the paint would chip off. And I guess Takara Tomy thought that chipping off paint was also nostalgic because they added here. It was pretty cool to have battle scars back then, I guess. As you can see, the attack will be a little more prominent here and here, whereas not so much here. Another interesting thing about this Metal Masters remakes is that you can push the chip out by pressing here. The teeth are all part of the chip, or you know, the facebolt really, but you can push it out by pressing it, and then you can change it with other Metal Masters remakes, you know, to make those combos we used to make back in the days. That said, because it is a remake, as per usual, its teeth are nothing to write home about, but it does have a little metal weight in the middle here where the facebolt is supposed to be. And also you can see these three rivets here, and that's because there is like a circular metal bar inside there to give it some more weight, right? So that it can spin better with more weight and attack a little better. After all, Galaxy Pegasus is supposed to be an attack type. So those are welcome additions, but you know, it is what it is. This beautiful paint, it will chip off after a few battles, but you know, it is what it is. The forge disc that came in it is a Legacy, which is a Dynamite Battle Forge disc. As you can see, it is a little taller, so it will have a gap just like how Carabex that we showed before. And this disc originally came with Ultimate Valkyrie, so it is a fantastic disc to have because it is for attack types. And as you can see, it does have blades that go upwards like this, and as they're spinning right, it will cut through the wind in a way that will supposedly press down the disc more to the arena, making the driver grip more onto the arena so that it can go around and do harsher attacks and whatnot. Not sure if that actually works, because the wind that this would cut will be pretty small in comparison to the weight of the Beyblade, but you know, it is a gimmick that Takara Tomy did think about, so you know, at least they must have done their research. The driver is the more interesting piece. In this, it is an Extreme Dash. Y'all know I love the Extreme. It is a rubber, flat-tipped driver. It is pretty short because it is very old. We had the Extreme even back in the single layer, and it's still pretty amazing. Because it is Dash, as you know, the tabs here are a little more prominent. The springs are better, so it will give a decent resistance to burst. That said, with Galaxy Pegasus, teeth are pretty low, pretty weak anyway, so you know, I'm not sure how much that will help, but you know, we'll see. And it's fantastic because it is very aggressive. It does grip onto the arena quite well and goes around, does sharp attacks. Fantastic. I do love this driver quite a bit. So I'm pretty excited to see. These are the parts. Let's assemble them, test them out, and then battle them against the other Metal Saga remakes that we do have. So let's go. And that's it, folks. As you see, Galaxy Pegasus did beat Hellcarabex quite easily twice. It did burst twice, but that's because even though both of them have really weak teeth, Hellcarabex does have a normal driver, which doesn't give him that much resistance, if at all, for burst. You can see it's very weak there. But Galaxy Pegasus, even though his teeth are just as bad, his driver is a dash, so that does give him a better resistance to burst. Not only that, but he's an attack type and his driver is an extreme, so it did do pretty decent attacks and counterattacks to burst him right on out. That said, he wasn't able to beat El Drago. El Drago does have more prominent teeth, as you can hear already, but also he does also have a dash Zephyr. That is what I had to show you. Take the conclusions you like from that. Leave us a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to see more videos like this. Of course, we are focusing mostly on Beyblades, but sometimes we do also bring other spin tops that are not Beyblade related, and sometimes even stuff that are not even spin tops, but that we try to spin them anyway, just to see if we can. So if you're interested in stuff like that, I will see you next time, and until then, stay nerdy, guys.